Hi guys, I'm Lavender.
And I'm Willow.
We're with Lavender&WillowHike.
And today we're here to talk a little bit about Knorr Rice Sides.
And why it's always in our backpacking packs.
Okay, so when cooking these Knorr Rice Sides, you're going to need a heat source. And I like to use these alcohol stoves. I just find them pretty easy and reliable. There's our stove lit, and you're going to want to let that prime for just a minute. With these alcohol stoves, especially when using this yellow heat, you're going to want to put your hand over the top of that just to make sure that it's actually going. It can be deceiving with that invisible flame. So probably let that prime for a few seconds while I get this water going. Now for this in particular, you're going to use 2 cups of water, which I'm just gonna estimate because I'm going to be pouring it into this package to cook it anyways. It's probably enough there. And then you're just going to go ahead, set your pot on top, and we'll check back in with you when it's boiling. So if it's windy out, or there's rain drizzling and it's bouncing up from the forest floor, you can make yourself one of these really easily. And this is just literally a beer box that I folded up accordion style with some tape and some tin foil. I've been using this for quite some time now, believe it or not, and it does a really good job. And you just kind of put it around it whichever direction the wind is coming from, and boom, you got yourself a little windscreen. Alright, I just want to show you guys, so it's been about 6-7 minutes now, and as you can see with this little alcohol stove using this yellow bottle heat, we're pretty close to boiling, so that's not bad at all. We'll check back in when it's coming to a full boil. Okay, so we're boiling. This is my handy dandy little pot grabber lid here. I'm just going to open this up, and again, this is the Knorr Rice Sides Dirty Rice. It's a rice and pasta blend with onions, garlic, and mild Cajun spices. I like this because it's got 240 calories per serving, and I think there's something like, there's 2.5 servings in here. So that's a good bit of calories for backpacking in one pouch, and these cost about $1 at Walmart. Really good value, really easy to add some tuna or some chicken in a packet and really make this a solid meal. A lot of calories and good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and cook this up. And to do that, I'm going to remove this boiling water from my stove and carefully pour it into the pouch so that it covers the rice. I don't know if you can see that in there, but you just cover the rice with it. And you're going to go ahead and carefully just fold that over. And you can use whatever you want to pin it closed. I just happen to have a pen here, something everybody should carry into the backcountry to write a journal. You're just going to clip this closed, let it sit for about 20 minutes, dinner is served. One thing I forgot to mention, and it's something I really like about some of the newer alcohol stoves, are these little snuffers. This is also a simmer lid, so you can get a good simmer on there if you're making pastas or dehydrated foods of any kind. And I once had heat come flying out of a homemade alcohol stove, like death fireballs, and I couldn't put it out, and it was really scary. So now that I have one of these snuffers, you can't really see the flames so much, so you're just gonna have to take my word on it, but it is going. If I put my hand over there, I can't. And it's out, and I really like that. You know, it cools down real quick, keeps things a lot safer. You don't want this stuff spilling and you don't want it catching on fire in your camp. So this alcohol stove is made by Alox. I think it's a knockoff from some of the other designs that are real similar, but it works great. I believe this company actually produces a lot of the stoves for other larger manufacturers, and I think it was like 14 bucks or something on Amazon. So it's a good deal. Check them out. Thanks. I wanted to show you guys how much fuel I used. I put about 2 ounces in there to start, and I used about half of that. So to boil and cook my dinner, I used about 1 ounce of the yellow heat. I got about a 9-10 minute boil time, and I'd say that's pretty conservative. The nice thing about this as well is the cap has this great rubber seal on it, and when you seal this up, pull it out of its little case, you can really give that a good shake and no liquid comes out. So if you're throwing that in your backpack or, you know, any bag, it's going to be really handy.
So it's been about 10 minutes or so, and it's, as you can see, it's firmed up really nicely. It's a great consistency now, and it's really good.
It's definitely really good. I could do that for over 2,000 trail miles, I think. Yeah.